I'm here with Trish Dunbar from the Schaumburg Athletic Association. Trish, welcome to BCUZ.
Thank you.
So Trish, you've been involved with the Schaumburg Athletic Association for a while. Can you tell us a little bit about your background?
And my daughter is actually in 3rd grade, so she started in cheer and dance in K1.
Okay.
And in K1, I was just the hallway monitor, and she just really, really liked it, and it was a great way for me to get involved with her in a sport that she enjoyed. So then I moved on to take on a manager's position last year for 2nd grade, and then took the assistant commissioner job this year, and I will be the incoming cheer commissioner for next year.
Oh, that's great. Well, as a community member myself, we really appreciate volunteers like yourself that step up to the plate.
Yeah,
and
we have a lot of parents in our organization that step up from the manager level just to help us with our uniforms and get us ready for competitions and football games and parades. We couldn't do it without them.
Yeah, a lot of activities. So let's get right down to it. Cheer and dance. Tell us a little bit about what the program is, how it's developed over time. And
well, we have about 300 girls in the organization. We have 8 squads and also a senior division, which was really exciting. The senior division happened last year.
Okay.
It was a good way to bring kids in that wanted to stay with the sport when they got to the high school level, but didn't either make those teams or maybe just didn't want to put that time commitment in.
That's great.
So it was a great way to keep them in the sport. And we've also brought in some kids from other towns to keep the senior division going.
Mm-hmm.
So this is their 2nd year and they're doing really well.
So age span wise, they can start how young? And it goes
K1,
to K1
all the way
up
through
to
high school.
That's great. Yeah. It is great. I like the idea of the older senior level too, because again, like any activity for kids, sometimes there's that age disparity that there's only an accelerated version of whatever sport or offering
so it's growing.
Yeah.
We had 13 participants last year, and we have more girls this year, and boys for that matter.
So when we say cheer and dance, tell us a little bit about how they differ, and is that all together, a certain cheer aspect, certain dance aspects?
Dance is quite a bit different. So they're going to be utilizing the palms. They have a different floor that they work on.
Okay.
Their groups tend to be like 6th and 7th together, 8th, groupings together like that. So they go against other towns that are doing exactly that. So dance, more theatrical than we are, which is cheer is exactly what you think, which is a lot of the flipping and all of that great stuff.
Yeah, and cheer has the flyer, right?
Or we have flyers and bases and
I have a daughter
back spots and front spots.
that they say would be a good flyer if she ever gets into it because she has that body style. And
my daughter's also a flyer.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And it's exciting to see them go up there for the first time. Yeah.
And then as far as skills that are developed or things that you've seen out of the kids, how do cheer and dance? What do you see that the girls and potentially boys, are there boys in the program too?
Yes, we have one boy.
Great.
And hopefully we can get some more boys interested in joining as well. So it's a great aspect for boys that really like gymnastics.
Right.
My daughter's now in 3rd grade, and it's amazing to me to watch how those girls were in K1 and how they are now. And I have an opportunity to now even watch the older squads. And I am just so overwhelmed by what they can do then by 8th grade when I see them when they were only 5 years old.
Yeah.
They're extraordinary to watch.
I would think that as they start out young and just like anything else, they kind of learn body control and things like that, and whether it be cheer or dance, I would think that really helps them gain control of their body, then different muscle memory drills and things like that.
Well, and I think over too, it's just the confidence.
Right.
And so many people say, oh, my daughter's shy or my son's shy, and to see them go out and to do this, and just last weekend we performed in front of probably 5,000 people.
Holy cow, wow.
And to see those kids that are so nervous and the way they just get that smile and go onto that floor and just press on, it's it's something I don't even think I could do it.
Yeah. Where was that competition at? Was that
we were at the Sears Center,
I read about
and
that.
All of our Schaumburg squads have gotten a bid to state. State's going to be December 7th and 8th, so anybody wants to come to Sears Center to watch us and root us on, we'd really appreciate that.
Great, that's nice and close.
Yes, we're very fortunate that way.
That's nice.
But another exciting thing for us is that we are launching our spring season.
Okay.
This is going to be open from 5th grade to high school, and it's going to be rec cheer as well as a tryout team. This is our first year doing it, so we're not sure exactly how many numbers are going to come in, but it was a great way to bring kids in that are in other sports in the fall that can't join cheer.
Sure.
Give them a chance to try it out. And as well as a lot of kids leave the program to go to All-Star Cheer or to other dance camps and such.
Right.
And so it's a good way to keep them in the program all year.
Right.
So we're excited. It'll be our first time doing it.
Right. And you mentioned, was it typical that the cheer program was done in the fall in conjunction with football?
Yeah, conjunction with football. We do cheer at football games,
Right.
And we march in the parade with the football team.
Okay.
So we like to do a lot of that together as well as we compete. So
Great.
our girls compete in roughly 5 to 6 competitions a year.
Yeah. And are all those pretty local as far as surrounding suburbs?
Yeah, I
or do
think
you go
the
out of
furthest
state
out
for
we
any?
go is Algonquin.
Okay.
Is probably our furthest out.
That's great.
We're very fortunate because a lot of towns travel a long way to come to
Sure,
these
sure.
competitions.
In typical competition, do they do one set, two routines? How does the competition
It's
run?
our routines are 3 minutes.
Okay.
And you go out there, you do your 3 minutes, and you're done. And
Okay.
so the girls we practice 2 hours a day, 2 days a week, plus football games, plus the competitions. And those little ones can get really exhausted. But I always tell them, you only have to go out and do this one
Right,
time that day.
right.
You're not having to do it 100 times in a row.
Sure. Well, that's really neat. So that's cheer. As far as dance competitions, is it
Same
fairly
thing.
similar?
We participate on the same days.
Oh, okay.
So usually cheer will have a floor here and dance will
Got
have a
it.
floor here. And they're really amazing to watch, especially the theatrical parts of
Right.
these dance.
And are there some girls that can you be both in cheer and dance, or
No.
you have to choose?
Yeah,
Okay,
you really do have to choose with that time commitment, and since you are competing at the same time, so I
Sure.
don't think there'd be any way they could do it.
Yeah, that'd be very difficult.
yeah.
That's nice. It sounds like some nice offerings, and again, it's really nice to hear that. I like the variety of having the spring season is really good because there's always, having kids myself, you can only sign up for X, Y, and Z in the fall,
Yeah.
and you can't sign up in the spring.
Yeah, so we're encouraged. I think we're going to open the registration in December, in December into January, right after the season closes, then we'll do that. And it's my first year being the commissioner too, so it'll be interesting to do that. And we don't want anybody to forget that next fall, we will also be hosting, Schaumburg will be hosting its own competition
Oh, that's
here.
great.
And so it'd be a great way to get, the whole
Right,
town involved.
Right, very exciting. Well, as we finish up, anything else you wanted to add about cheer or dance that we didn't capture already?
No, I just encourage everybody who's been interested in doing maybe to look at the spring
Right.
season. It is abbreviated season, so it's a good way to try it out.
Yeah,
See
introductory
if
kind
your
of
kids
shortened
enjoy
season.
it.
That's great.
And I always encourage people to come to the cheer house. We have our own cheer house on the other side of Schaumburg by Woodfield.
Okay.
And if you wanted to contact me and see if your daughter wanted to take a look and son and see if they like it,
Right.
please do.
Well, that's awesome. Well, Trish, we really appreciate you
Thank
stopping
you
by.
very
And like
much.
I
I
said
really
before,
appreciate
we
it.
appreciate what you do for the community, being involved
Thank
with
you.
SAA. That's great.
Thank you very
Appreciate
much.
it. We'll be right back after these messages.